You ever think that machine I used to stock all these tires? No. Immigrants like us, workers like us, those machines, those tires on the top, yes, they are stocked. But look at those tires on the ground. They need to be separated. Look at these tires. They need to be separated into piles like these. Numbers like those, numbers like those, numbers like those. They all need to be separated. Stack 4, 5, height, depends on the space. Each tire, it's about 120 pounds, roughly. So just imagine doing 60, 80, 100 tires a day. Plus, you gotta do the work on the truck. Mount it, dismount, take off, you put on. Each tire, plus the rim, plus the air. People might think that air is light. Not inside of a tire. A tire and a rim might be at least 200 pounds. At least 200 pounds. Plus the air, 100 psi. Just do the math. Maybe you can Google it. Maybe I can check it out for you later. But each tire is about 300 pounds after inflation. So a tire 100. The rim is about 90. Depends on the type of the rims. Depends on if it's aluminum or steel rims. So if ever you walked in a tire shop, don't think that all these tires are stocked by forklifts. They are not stuck always by forklift because sometimes you have to separate them. And these are customers' tires, so you have to separate them by the number and whose tire they are. So if it's one person, as you can see, there's only one person working here right now. The other person is on break. And you still gotta get the job done. Plus I gotta go outside and empty another container. So roughly almost 100 tires, maybe 200 tires today. You gotta take out, you gotta put up, you gotta stack. And then the forklift put them where they're supposed to be. This is hard-breaking work, back-breaking work. Not to say I don't have a degree in something. The only thing I like about it is the challenge. You don't have to get a workout. But at the end of the day, does it really need to be this much work for the amount of money, for the money that you have, money that you make, plus grocery, plus cost of living, plus kids? When they come to Canada, it's not always the best. I think you better stay in your country, eat fruits, walk the farm. You better have a better life. I'm not saying you have a better life. You might not have all the stuff that Canadian and American have. But trust me, you have a better life in the Caribbean, Africa, wherever you are. Unless there's genocide and mass killing and stuff like that, I recommend that you stay in your country. Canadian doesn't do this kind of work. Canadian does not lift tires, mount tires, cut the grass, pick the fruits. Those are not done by Canadians. Those are done by people like us, immigrants, Caribbean, African, Mexican. So, word to the wise, if ever you come to this kind of country, find a business that you can do. You might take tax high, but at least you have your own hours, you make your money. You make way more money than you have in a 9 to 5. Do something mass media, do comedy, do skit, do whatever you choose to, than to work on a 9 to 5 job. Slave yourself. You don't need to slave so much just for money. But there's a reason why I'm doing it. It's not the best reason, but I have kids. So, this is the long-term process that I have to do. Am I gonna do it for long term? No. I'm 43. I'm not gonna do this forever. I have plans. I had plans before, but they were cut short, so let's see. So all these tires has to be separated. I'm not rushing. They're not gonna rush me. They can't rush me because at the end of the day, I'll just tell them fuck off. Simple. So it's not an easy job. It's not the best job. So do your diligence. Stay in the Caribbean, man. You might not have the fancy car, might not, but your life is better. And plus, I have to walk inside of dust. This place is full of dust once the forklift is running. Now I'm talking in my throat because the amount of dust that I inhale every day, and it does not make sense wearing a mask because you're still inside the place where the dust is. The air goes through on the side of the mask, and you still have to inhale the dust. So don't think that the mask would help. The mask would never help. So when you think about it, it's just mentally slavery. Slaving for money, killing yourself, 9 to 5. Just my 2 cents. Have a good day.